Hey guys, this is GreenXI welcoming you to Let's Play Eternal Sonata episode 65. In the last episode, we beat the last boss and Polka jumped off a cliff for reasons we'll see very soon. Here we go.
Thank you, everyone. I know it didn't last very long, but really, this was the most fun I've ever had in my life. If I blow him a kiss, I wonder, will it reach him up there? I hope so. I really do.
Really, though, comparing seawater stirred up by the beauty of the moon to the ugly waves created by the effects of human desire is rather an insult to the ocean.
Why does everyone avoid me?
Hey, Riddle, why is bread so expensive anyway? I mean, if it was a little cheaper, we wouldn't have to steal it for people.
Everything in the world slowly fades with time. It is very difficult to remain still and keep things exactly as they are in just one particular moment. But because everything shifts only a little bit at a time, no one really notices the change.
But if you're in your own dream, how can you be so completely positive that what's happening is only a dream? And if what you're experiencing in the dream is so realistic to you, how can you even tell what's actually the real world?
Are you still messing around with that stuff? You need to look at things with your own two eyes. You'd see things a whole lot clearer if you weren't always looking at them through bent glass.
Well, mineral powder does have its uses, you know. But just because it's useful doesn't mean it should be used.
They like the convenience of it so much, they don't see the danger they'll be faced with later.
Unless someone does something about this soon, there won't be anything anyone can do to stop it.
No matter how much time passes, war remains.
A lifetime to build, but it only takes a moment to destroy. You know, human beings really are masters of destruction.
Were my feelings real? Or was it all just some kind of illusion? Everything I've ever done has always just been an act. But at least at the end, I want to be the real me.
But there are some things we must never forget, no matter what. Tragic memories that we have to carve firmly in stone, so that the wind can never blow them away.
Listen, when you eliminate all the other possibilities, you cannot escape the truth that remains, no matter how difficult it may be to accept.
You know, I've been thinking about it a lot, and if I couldn't use magic, I don't think I would have ever felt this desire to go out and help other people like this. If that had been the case, I would have never set out on this journey, and I probably would have never had the chance to meet you.
It's because of despicable people like you that tragedies like what happened to Claves occur in the first place.
It's strange. I seem to remember the view being much more beautiful when I was younger, even though there weren't nearly as many lights then as there are now.
We can't allow ourselves to be led by others. We must take charge of our own destinies and decide our future. It doesn't matter what the outcome may be. The choice is the important thing.
There's no way she could know what I'm going to draw before I do it. That doesn't make any sense. No one knows what they're gonna get before they draw. That's why people can have hope for the future.
It requires much more courage to take a step back than it does to take a step forward. Would you not agree? After all, there is no guarantee that there will be ground to stand upon.
Most people live their lives turning their backs on things too difficult to face. Ignoring what hurts you eventually becomes a habit, the natural thing to do. If we only allow ourselves to see what we want to see, we just end up fooling ourselves more and more.
Why did Polka, of all people, have to suffer like that? What the hell is wrong with this world? Let me educate you. Nothing, absolutely nothing lasts forever. That's why, for the short time we're here, we gotta try to make things a little better. Putting everything you've got into whatever it is you do, that's what life is all about.
If we're gonna be saving the world, I at least want us to have something to remember it all by.
But it's strange. I don't regret it at all. For once, it actually felt like we were on equal footing.
When one thing comes to an end, something else starts up right after. That's what they call the natural order of things.
I'd also like to help any way that I can. Things will be different from now on, and I'll wait. I won't resort to that until the last possible moment.
We're all in this together. And as long as we stick together, work together, it'll work out somehow. We'll make sure it does.
Death is a reality that is far too real. But I've walked this dreamlike journey within a dream so that, once and for all, I could accept it. And now, the time has come. Everything shall come to its finale.
Mr. Chopin's time of death, 2 o'clock in the morning.
waves in the sea?
Well, darling, there are waves because of the moon.
Because of the moon?
That's right. The moon charms the water in the ocean with its beauty. And because the moon is so beautiful, the seawater just can't sit still.
Is that true? Really?
Really? Don't you feel your heart start fluttering inside of you when you look at the moon?
I do! What about the puddle? Will it make waves when the moon comes out too?
No, dear. There's not enough water. You need lots and lots of water, like the ocean, before it can make any real waves.
Oh, I see. But that's weird. Why can't a little bit of water make waves too?
I won't let you die, Polka. After all, you've only been alive for 14 years. A 14-year-old girl must live her life.
The amount of water is the most important part of creating waves. That can be said about people as well. There are many things in this world that can charm people's hearts, just like the moon charms the sea. Things like wealth, vanity, status, image, and power.
When the sun is out, they hide in their buds and then open their blossoms only when it is truly important.
Bigger and stronger.
Drawing in even the faintest amount of light, they decisively embody it. And in doing so, reflect something that people can never see. They wait for the moment when the world is trapped in darkness, and then blossom with glowing light.
Terrible conflicts.
On the grassy plain, they paint a picture of the star-filled night sky that was blotted out by the city lights.
I guess.
Isn't it pitch black around you? Isn't the world covered in darkness?
If something like that
Now,
were to happen,
come. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
for you to jump into the ocean.
The time for you to blossom has come.
Because when you do, those big waves will become calm again.
Do you remember?
It may be difficult.
You said it was
to
up to me
but if
whether
you
I
can
wanted
be
to call
very
them Heaven's
brave,
Mirror.
You'll bring joy to the person who means the most to you.
Really?
I'm still allowed to choose, am I not?
Then I'll do it!
Well, then I shall make my definitive choice. Right now.
Comparing seawater stirred up by
That
the
flower
beauty of
that
the
so
moon
resembles you.
to the ugly waves created
That
by the
flower
effects
that
of
boldly
humans
challenges the
is
darkness.
rather an insult to the ocean.
I choose to call it Heaven's Mirror.
Oh, Mommy, I'm sorry, but I think someone's calling me.
I see. Then you must have met the person who is the perfect match for your Astra. Well, he's the person that you choose to believe in, so I'm sure he must be wonderful. I did so want to see you on your wedding day. But now, I suppose the only thing I can do for you is to tell you this. Come back someday and do your best.
Okay, Mommy. I'll see you later then.
wonder if I have become a bit more like the seawater. When it's stirred by the beauty of the moon.
Thank you, Polka dear. Please, be happy.
It's Polka! She's glowing!
Polka!
And there we have it. I didn't want to interrupt the credits this time around because the music is quite stunning and it is a bit of Chopin's work, you know. Bit of remix, obviously, a bit of voice mixed in. But yeah, it's really good. That's the end of Eternal Sonata anyway, and like I said at the beginning, it isn't an action-y game, so I'm sorry if you were disappointed a bit throughout the game on how slow some of the cutscenes could be, or, you know, how much... Yeah, like that. There's so many ways to interpret the ending. The way that Frederick is still alive in his dream world even after he dies, does that mean that his dream world wasn't actually in his dream, but was actually his ideal heaven? Because some religious people believe that heaven isn't one set place. It isn't just that place above the clouds where you walk on the clouds and everything in the sky. There is... Let me turn this down a sec. There is a theory that heaven is just whatever you want it to be, you know? Your ideal place.
The shape
What
of
the hell is
life.
shape of life? Hold on, this is new. Okay, I'll be back now.
One day, the caterpillar asked the snail, "Mr. Snail, you know many..."
Actually, you know, I'll make this an episode of his own. This little Mr. Snail story. Whatever the hell it is. That's a bit strange, isn't it? It's probably explaining where they got the idea from or something. Yeah, so I'll carry on explaining this a sec. It's going to be a bit of a long episode, but whatever. But yeah, it seems like everyone lived. Frederick saved. There was a whole cycle thing going on, if you didn't notice that, where Polka would be found by her mother. They would live until they were 14. Then Polka would have to sort of jump off a cliff into the sea, into the waves, and make such an impact that she goes back and is caught by her mother again when she jumps off the cliff, you know? And then it would all start again. This is sort of proven by, if you remember the cello tree with all the lucky tags, or the lucky charms, what they're called in Japan and places like that, where there were loads of tags on there. They were actually all put there by Polka. And there were bad luck charms every time, except for this time where the cycle was broken. So Polka had repeatedly been caught by her mother, raised till she was 14, gone to the cello tree, drew a lucky charm which was bad luck, jumped off a cliff, and started again until this broken link where Frederick saved her. Somehow, I'm not entirely certain how Frederick saved her. Probably by using the magic that he has as well as Polka. I'm not entirely certain. Don't ask me exactly how it worked. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this series. There'll be one more episode coming just for this Mr. Snail story now. It could just be like a minute long for all I know. It's new to the PS3 version, so I don't know. Yeah, I've also got another series planned. I am going to take a week or two break because I haven't had a break from Let's Playing since pretty much since I began the whole thing. And it is going to be from a series that I've already made a Let's Play of. That's your clue for this one. It'll be coming in a week or two time after this episode is uploaded, so be on the lookout for that. Subscribe, like, comment, everything cheesy, whatever. This has been GreenyXI. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you again in a bit in my next Let's Play.